How's it going, everybody? It's Chase Games here, and I'm here to do something different today. If I talked about this, I told this in my channel intro, I believe. I said I was also not going. I'm also going to be doing discussions, topics, thoughts on video game stuff besides gameplays and let's plays on this channel. I'm also going to be talking about certain topics and just talk about things of gaming stuff I just want to talk about and such. And as you can tell in the title, this is about my thoughts and love for the Naughty Dog developers. Now, if you don't know who Naughty Dog is, they're basically the video game developers of famous game series such as Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, and The Last of Us. And here I am making this video. I've been wanting to make this video for a little while now, ever since I really started this channel and such. This is actually one of the first videos I wanted to do and such. And I just really wanted to talk about this because it wasn't that long ago that it's only been a little while since I finished Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, which came out not long ago. It's only been about almost 2 months since it came out, but it's not been a while since I've finished it and such. But I really wanted to do this video because a while back I did actually a Naughty Dog marathon, which started back in June when I got the Crash Bandicoot game series. Even though this one technically wasn't developed by Naughty Dog, it's made by the people who made the Crash Bandicoot games in the future, Vicarious Visions and such, but still technically it's Naughty Dog's game and such, so yeah. But I'm going to be talking about every video game from the series and such and just give my thoughts, alright? Alright, so let's just start. We start with Crash Bandicoot, and I'm just going to say this right now, I only started, I never really, as a child and such, Crash Bandicoot came after my time and such. I was born in 1997. That was when really Crash was already at its peak and such. And I really never played the PlayStation series because I never owned the PlayStation and such. So many years later, and to this year, and I don't know how long it was they announced this, but I was glad when like E3 or I can't remember what game community event announced this, but they said Vicarious Visions, the people are making another Crash Bandicoot game series, and it's actually a remastered version of all the three original games. And I was excited, and I was going to get this because I've never played Crash Bandicoot before. I actually have a Crash Bandicoot game, The Wrath of Cortex, for the GameCube, but that technically is not a Naughty Dog game and such. But I have played it, and I have finished it and such. It's a good game and such. I've enjoyed it very much. But I never played the original game series and such, and now, back in June when it came out, I was really excited because I was hopefully I was going to see if I was now going to be an Ultimate Crash fan or if I'm not. And like Wrath Cortex, I did like it, but this all came up to the original series and such, and yeah. But anyway, we start with Crash Bandicoot series, and it only took me a couple days because I didn't really 100% this whole game and such. All the games, I didn't 100% all three games and such. I just went after like the third and such. I didn't 100% it, but so this game series, it's a lot of fun and such. So Crash Bandicoot, just one heck of a game series and such. And I can see why it was an instant hit back in the mid to late 90s and such. I will say this though, Crash Bandicoot 1, the first game, hasn't really aged that well. Mostly because I played it and compared to like the Wrath of Cortex and Wart, they're better games than 1. I'm sorry if I piss anyone off, but it's just kind of my opinion and such. Like, it's also more hard, and I do respect that. Games are supposed to be hard, such as mid-late 90s and such, but there's certain stuff you couldn't do compare what you could do in Crash 2 and Crash 3 and such. They had like limited controls and other such, and it's just there was a lot of times I got mad and such. But I'm not discarding the game. It's still a great game, the first Crash Bandicoot game, but compared to the other two after that, it's probably my least favorite. But I still liked it and such. It's still a good game. And then Crash 2 is probably my favorite in the whole 3 game series. I had a lot of fun. I thought the levels were so much fun, and like the riding the levels, riding like a polar bear and such, and I just loved playing this game. I really think this is probably my favorite in the whole series and such. And it's just they had a lot of fun levels, and it was just I really had fun playing this, and I could not put my controller down when I was playing this game. But yeah, it was a fun game series, and yeah, fun game. And then you have Crash 3, a time. I see a lot of this discussion online. There's always people who say 2 is better, and always people who say 3 is better. Prefer 2. I still like 3. I like this whole time control time machine. You go back in time to like places like medieval times, like China stuff. Right, I remember one level where you play as Coco Bandicoot and ride on that polar bear. That was a fun level and such. But yeah, that was a fun level and such. But after playing this whole game series, I became a fan, and I will play this more in the future and such. Maybe one day I will buy an original PlayStation and give the 3 on the original PlayStation I tried. See what's yeah, but that. So yeah, but I'm an instant fan of Crash Bandicoot. Even though if I wasn't born during his time when he was on his peak, when I was born, that was when he was really on his peak and such. And yeah, but Crash Bandicoot, I still believe is a fun and great series, and something I will play again in the future. And maybe try more Crash games and such. I'm really now a fan of Crash, and like I said, I love the character as well. That dance he does, like I don't, I'm not gonna do it and such, but you know the Crash Bandicoot dance. Also a fan of Coco. I think she's a cool character as well and such. And mask character Aku. I forgot the mask's name and such. But yeah. But a fun, cool game series that I just love, and I really am a big fan now. And I might buy more Crash games in the future, and probably check out the previous Crash games. Some people say after the original trilogy, that's when it went downhill, and yeah, but I still might try it out someday. Okay. All right, then we get to Jack and Daxter. Now this series is actually my childhood. This Jack and Daxter is something I did grow up with. Just let's start from the beginning. Jack and Daxter: Precursor Legacy. One of my favorite games ever. I will say it's probably in my top 10 favorite games of all time. I usually play the game yearly and such because I just find it's a great platformer and such, and something I just love playing every day and such. Well, yeah, but it's just such a great platformer. It had a good story and such. Helping Daxter recover if you played the game and such. You know the story and such, where Daxter gets transformed into an Otso, and it's a journey. You have to try and change him back to his normal human self. And yeah, but you just had it's a great game where you collect power cells and such. So you get I've had 100% this game before many times, and yeah. But Jack and Daxter is just something I just love, and it's just one of my favorite game series ever and such. And yeah, probably my top 10 favorite game series, maybe top 5. Just a great game. You have Jack and Daxter, and you start with the characters and such with Kira. Oh, and also I forgot for Crash Bandicoot, I forgot to talk about the villain, Nebula, something Cortex. Yeah, Cortex. Great villain. So yeah, I forgot about that. But anyway, back to Jack and Daxter. So yeah, you had also the villains in the first game of Gaul and Maya and such. They're cool villains and such, but they weren't last long and such like Cortex was. So but still, it was a fun game series. I always loved the environments and such, like the Misty Island, Forbidden Jungle, of Sensitive Village from Rock Village, and they just have so many great levels in that game. It's just one of my favorite video games ever and such. Then we get to Jack 2 and such. Like I said, another great game. It's totally different than what Naughty Dog usually does. They went kind of like from Jack and Daxter was like from Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie to like Grand Theft Auto. And they've really transformed this game series because you know from Crash Bandicoot and the first Jack game, we got some different stuff right here. You had guns, you had some bad stuff, you had some like teen stuff related such. So like you get what I'm saying. It's more mature now in this game. We're not we're not that much kid friendly in the Jak 2 game and Jak 3 such. We're not that much kid friendly. It's now a little more teenage adult kind of feeling now. But still a fun game. Great story. I think it does have the best story in the whole series and such. For you, you find out if you were really born in the future and you got transformed back to the past, which was the first game and such, and just it was really fun and such. No more of that platform stuff. It's really more like mission based now and such. It's just really fun and such, and it's just one of my. I wouldn't say I think Jak and Daxter, the first game is still my favorite Jak game, but it's like I said, it's still fun and such, and I still enjoy it. The Jak 2 such, like I was saying, it's still great. It's still a platform, but it's more mission based, like in the GTA games now. And no more collecting stuff. It's just mission based. So yeah. But yeah, then we get to oh yeah, the villain, also the best villain in the whole series. Core. Yeah, remember Core and such? He turns out to be an old man, but he's really the whole villain and such. He's really the whole metalhead leader, and that's also the new villain. The new villains in this game, starting from there to Jak 3, you have the metalheads and such. They can be hard and they can piss me off sometimes. So yeah. But yeah, great villain, great story. So have the same characters, Jak, Dexter, Kira, same as some new characters like Torn, Sig, and oh, there's more. So yeah, and yeah, but still great game. And then you get to Jak 3, again, another good game and such. Another game I love. I think I do like this a little bit more than Jak 2, but I still like Jak 2. I like Jak 3. It's just something because I like how they brought back some previous elements from also the first game. Like you could ride like a bird. Like in the first game, you could ride like the Flet, and in the 3 game, you can ride like some reptile thing. I forgot what it's called and such. But still a fun game and such. You're now in the desert. You get banished and then brought back into the city and stop this new like war and such with the returning metalheads and some cyborg stuff, shit, whatever. And the new villain, which is Errol, who's also in the second game. He's more of a villain in this game now, though. And you stop him, and you kill him, and you also meet Jak's father, Damus, yeah, who turns out to be his father and such, and Jak never knew, and he died, and Jak never knew, and such, and yeah, that's still a fun game and another good story and such, and also their last game in the series. Like Naughty Dog, after this game, they went away from the series and it got transformed like Crash Bandicoot to another game developers. And they've only had one Jak game, The Lost Frontier, which is something I never played. I never played it. And some people, I heard a lot of people say it's not as good as the original 3 series in the games. And yeah, but it's still a fun game and such. The Jak 3 game, and I like it very much. Just a good game and such, guys. So yeah. Alright, and then you get to I talked about everything Jak Dexter, I believe. Yeah, but you also have vehicles and riding in a desert and some new power-ups. You had Dark Eco Jak, I forgot about to mention that. Light Jak and Dark Jak was in Jak 2 and such, so that's also cool power-ups and such. And no more eco stuff, and like in the first game, you can do like blue, red, and yellow eco. It's now kind of morphed into like guns now, where you have like eco guns, if you want to call it, and such, and you have like dark powers and Dark Eco Jak and Light Jak. But yeah, just cool stuff and such. Jak and Dexter is one of my favorite game series ever. Love it. Alright. And now we get to the Uncharted series. The Uncharted series, oh my god, where do I start? I will say this, I first started the Uncharted games about almost 2 years ago when it came out on the remastered version on the PS4 and such. So I'm starting these Naughty Dog games very late, but I'm becoming big fans of these games. And such as Uncharted. Uncharted is just a game, the series I just love very well. And hopefully they're still going to keep going these games. They did with the Lost Legacy, but I don't know if they're still going to keep doing it forever and such. But let's start with the first game and such, Uncharted, Drake's Fortune. I like this game, not compared to I do like this game, and revisiting it not long ago, it's still fun. I can see why some people still prefer the other games in the future and such, but it's still a fun game, and it's still something I just love. They had a good story with finding El Dorado and such, and it's just something I love, the gunfights and such. You had some cool funny scenes and such, I just love it very much. You see, you meet your characters, you meet Jack, you meet Nathan Drake, you meet Elena Fisher, you meet Victor Goddamn Sullivan. Great characters and just the start of another great series. But Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, good game, like it, and yeah, and then you get to Uncharted 2, which is everyone's favorite. I'm still kind of holding up between this and 4. But Uncharted 2 is still a great game. You have another main character named Chloe and such, and you meet her, and you now have to find this legendary Shambhala, the legendary Shambhala and such, and just another cool game and such. It's still the same thing, these gunfights and cool locations you go to, funny stuff. I love Uncharted 2. It's this or Uncharted 4, it's my favorite. But I just love this game so much. Uncharted 2, you have the whole Marco Polo thing in the swimming pool is so funny and such. Marco Polo. Alright. Great villain. You have the, I forgot his name, that Lazarevich, so something like that, Lazarevich or something like that. I believe that's right. You also I believe the first villains are really the weakest in the Uncharted series because I really don't remember them that well. The only one I can remember is Eddie Raja, and I think that was the best. I didn't, those two other guys, and because kind of forgettable and such, and they're bland to me in my opinion and such, but still fun game. Uncharted 2 has Lazarevich, and you had, that other guy who I like, you guys know his name probably. I'm trying to remember. He was like with Nate at the beginning, but betrayed him and such. I forgot his name. He was a funny character and such. I liked him. So yeah, and also a great boss battle at the end and such. Fun boss battle at the end. Same with the first game. The third game, Uncharted Drake's Deception. Another fun game. Probably my third favorite in the series, but still fun and such. You now find a lost city. You try to find like a lost city in the rift something desert something, and yeah. But still fun game. You still have the same characters. And a new character, Charlie Cutter. So yeah. So again, another fun game and such in the series and such. Same gunfight, same funny, some more stuff, and yeah. And then you have Uncharted 4. Oh gosh, this game. This and The Last of Us were my favorite games last year and such. But Uncharted 4, oh my god, it's either this or Uncharted 2 are my favorite games. But Uncharted 4, great game, great story in my opinion. You have the introduction now of Nathan's brother, Sam Drake, and learn their stories and such, and this new character, Rafe, who in my opinion is the best villain in the series. That's just my opinion. And also, Nadine Ross and such, another cool villain in my opinion. And you also have Elena back, and so you go to great locations. You try to find the legendary Henry Avery's treasure, and you eventually do. You have this cool sword fight with Rafe, just a fun game. I love it and such. And then you have Lost Legacy. Another good game, not with Nathan Drake anymore. Nathan Drake is officially retired from treasure hunting. And now it's just about Chloe Fraser, who we even saw in Uncharted 2 and a little bit of Uncharted 3. Now she's in her own game. She was not Uncharted 4 and for some reason. But she's back and she has her own game, and she's now partnered with the Nadine Ross, and they team up to find the I played the game not long ago, and I already forgot they were looking for. Some tusk, the Indian tusk or something, And also Sam Drake comes back in this game, so yeah, just fun such, and yeah. But still, it was another, even though it's a short game, it's still fun and such, and it just proves in over a year, like a year and a half, Naughty Dog can make a great game and such. But yeah, Uncharted, Lost Legacy, a fun game, another cool villain and such. But great, Uncharted, now one of my favorite game series ever, and I just love every minute of when I play Uncharted and such. Just a fun game, fun characters in my opinion, just all around fun series, worth trying. And now we finally get to The Last of Us. Oh god. This is something I also started last year, The Last of Us. This is absolutely one of my favorite games I've ever played, one of the greatest games I've ever played. Oh my god, where to start? Fantastic story, fantastic characters, and just a fantastic game overall. The story, let's talk about the characters. You have Joel, Ellie, two characters I instantly fell in love with at the end of this game. They are two of my favorite characters ever in video game history. Joel, a complete badass, and Ellie, a complete badass as well. Just a fun game. You try. There's reasons like Ellie's basically the cure of like this whole. They live in an apocalypse world, and you have to deal with like stuff like the clickers and bloaters and runners and such. But just still a fun game that I just loved playing and such. And yeah, you had some great characters like Joel, Ellie. You had like characters like Tess, Marlene, Sarah, of course. This game is so emotional and such. You had a lot of emotional stuff and such. It's just a lot of times where I was like, I almost cried and such. I was just all in just such awe and such. It's just such great game and such. Great ending where it's not really. It's about where Joel takes Ellie because he basically doesn't want to lose another daughter and such because Joel and Ellie really, their whole series, they bond together and they're like now father and daughter kind of at the end. So yeah. But it's just such a great ending and such, and oh my god, this soundtrack is also good by that whoever made this soundtrack, Gustavo something, I forgot his name, but again, another great game. Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley, I believe, were great at directing this in Uncharted 4. So yeah. But and then that's still a great game, and then you have Last of Us. Ellie's story. You have Last of Us behind us left behind. Yeah, it's all about Ellie in this one. You just find out about her recent past before the events of The Last of Us take place. About her and her friend Riley and how they got bit, how she got bit and such. That's what's basically the whole story and how it leads to the events of The Last of Us and such. But a great game. Even though it's really short, it's still fun playing that as well. And now I'm really excited for The Last of Us Part 2. I really can't wait. I don't know if it's coming out next year because there still hasn't been that much revealed about it yet. So I don't know if it's got delayed or such. I can either see it coming out either next year or in 2019. That's what I believe, but still, yeah. Overall, guys, great. This was my thoughts on Naughty Dog, everyone. I talked about every one of these games and such. Just a fantastic developers. They've just made great games from a great game series from Crash to Jack to Uncharted to Last of Us. They're one of the best game developers ever, in my opinion. They're probably one of the best today. They are. You can say top 3 best developers. But my love and for Naughty Dog is great. One of my favorite game developers. One of my favorite people creating great games. 4 great game series that I love and are now probably in my top 10. But yeah, guys, this was my video, just giving my thoughts and opinions on Naughty Dog. Great developers, and they really look like fun people to work with. I've seen like documentaries of other stuff, what they work on, like their previous games and such. And yeah, but fun game series. Fun developers, great series of video games they've made. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that was my thoughts and opinions. Now, I want you to give me your thoughts and opinions on Naughty Dog. What do you think of them? What do you like about them? What games do you like of them? And just tell me what you overall think, guys. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this incredibly long video. We went for 25 minutes and such. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching and such, and I will see you all later. Thank you all, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. Peace out.